Alrighty, hey there guys, girls, cats, and pals, this is Zucks here, and in this video I'm going to be talking to you guys about the age-old question. Whether you be a game developer, a game player, or someone looking to get into video games, this question has probably crossed your mind a couple times, and that question is, what makes a good game? If you think about your favorite game right now, you probably will realize how one or maybe all of these points actually hit it and make you realize, like, wow, that really does help make a good game. So the first point I do want to make is smooth controls. A game has got to feel smooth and comfortable and easy to play, but difficult to master, I guess. It's got to feel natural. You can't have to force it. You don't want to be sitting there for at least an hour trying to figure out how to even play a game when it's probably not even going to be a game that you're going to play a lot. Why? You can't invest that time, especially if you're someone like me who has a job and plays multiple different games and has other stuff in their life that they have to do. They don't have time to just sit there and learn how to play a game. You want to be able to pick up the controller and be like, okay, I already know what I'm doing, whether it be from the past or just because it's kind of all self-explanatory. And again, for a good game, it's definitely got to be able to draw you in, catch your attention, whether that be intense gameplay, a really good story, or just something to catch your eye, make you like, huh, that looks like a good game. I actually want to kind of try that out. This is something very important when it comes to video games because there's so many of them out there, especially with all these indie developers starting to be able to make their own games and just throw it anywhere, throw it on Xbox, throw it on Steam, PS4, or wherever. Indie developers are taking over this community. It's not even small anymore. The gaming community has blown up tremendously since I've started. Another thing that you definitely want to put into consideration is good gameplay over good graphics. A lot of these new game developers have really been focusing on graphics recently with 4K coming out and the new consoles, and so it seems like they're kind of losing their grip on the good gameplay. I mean, they had pretty decent gameplays, but you guys probably could have spent a little more time on adding more into the game to make it worth playing rather than just something pretty to look at. Looks fade over time, and if you enjoy playing the game, then it's definitely more. I'd rather play a game that looks average and have a blast playing it rather than just playing a game that looks nice. I'll play it for a couple hours and then I'll just probably like, okay, that looks nice, I'm done. Which also brings me to my next point, is the replayability without getting bored. I've played a lot of games in my days, and I can't tell you how many times I've picked up a game, played it for 2 hours, and I'm like, well, I'm done with this game. And then there's been games where I'm like, okay, I pick up a game and I literally play it for hours and hours and hours, and I don't stop, and I don't even realize that I haven't been doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm just playing because it's fun. This is definitely a crucial thing for you to consider, because if you have a game that's solid, okay, you have like a main story, you go and you complete it, cool. But if there's something that actually makes the person want to come back and play it again, then they're going to get a deeper connection to your game. Because I know I can't be the only one who I get a connection to a game. If I enjoy a game, I will defend that game. If someone's talking shit, I will talk shit back just to defend this game. And you can't get bored while playing it. You lose attention, and I've seen so many games do that they flop. Also in a game, you've got to have a challenge. I'm not saying Dark Souls challenge, like it doesn't have to be almost unbeatable, but it also can't be first trainer from Pokemon easy. You've got to have something to challenge the person, otherwise they will definitely get bored while playing it. They've got to feel challenged. They got to feel like they have to beat it, like they want to beat it. Like, fuck this, I'm gonna beat you. I don't care how hard you are, I will beat you. But then there's a point where it's just like, I can't beat this, so I'm just gonna stop. I'm never coming back. I'm done with this game. It's over. And you gotta try to find a nice balance. Like, I understand that you want people to keep playing your game, but you can't make it to where it's so easy that people are like bored of your game because they beat the whole thing in like 3 hours. Call of Duty Go. But also with the challenge, it also comes with great rewards. I'm not talking like, oh, I got an achievement. No, you gotta have rewards in the game, like either a new piece of gear or a new gun, or like just the feeling of you just beat the biggest, hardest thing, and now you have to have something to show for it. I know in MMOs like WoW that people spend hours and hours grinding these raids just so they can be the first ones to beat it, and they get rewarded for it. They get their names up there. People know these people's names just because they were the first people to beat this raid. And even if you aren't the first people, you still get stuff from the raid. You get gear that other people can't get unless they beat it. You get all this stuff. It's gotta be rewarding. You gotta feel like your efforts weren't in vain. And an achievement isn't really worth it to me most of the time. Well, the reward could also be, you know, having a great time. I'm stressing this so much because there's been so many games that they don't provide a great time. And I don't know. I was seeing more and more games go down the same path of just, we're not gonna really try, but you know, it's a game, here you go. Call of Duty. I'm talking a lot of shit about Call of Duty because Call of Duty is pretty much dead to me at this point, so that's probably why you guys haven't seen any Call of Duty gameplay, and that's also why we have a Dirty Bomb gameplay in the background right now. So, but, and back to Call of Duty. Something that makes a great game nowadays. This is probably the one thing that I want to stress the most about this, is not having to pay after you buy the full game. Like, I understand that companies are like, okay, we still need a little bit more money to keep going for the next one, but put the full game in. I'm tired of having to pay an extra 15 bucks to get a full game at this point, when I'm already spending 60 bucks. Okay, nowadays, 60 bucks can get you a lot. Okay, I could keep my food, I can get food, keep my water on, and my electricity for that much. I don't need a lot. But, like, I understand if a free game does microtransactions, because, I mean, it's free. They're not really doing much to, you know, keep it going. You're not paying them to be able to keep this game going, keep the servers up, keep all this stuff going just for you. But when you're paying a lot of money for a game already, and these are big name companies, and then they're like, oh yeah, but if you want this, you gotta pay more money, or you want to know how this game ends, cough over 20 bucks. I've seen this happen way too many times that it drives me crazy. Call of Duty has been one of the worst, but they're not the worst. Mobile games are probably the worst, but you know, whatever, we don't talk about those. And I don't know, I stress this so much because I'm tired of paying so much money to finally finish a game that I've already paid so much money for. And it drives me crazy. But you know, guys, that's gonna be the end of this video. If you guys did enjoy, be sure to hit the like button. Subscribe if you guys haven't already. And if you have subscribed, share this video with your friends. Maybe they want to know what makes a good game. Maybe make them realize, like, oh wow, yeah, that totally reminds me of this game. I'm gonna go play this game now. I want to share some love with the game. I want to try and help make gaming better. Help future developers make a good game. So you know what, you guys? Until next time, stay chilly.